Musicians in bars getting beer. I have Andre Filippetti. How you doing, Andre?
I'm well, thanks.
Good. What are you guys doing today?
We are playing a show with the Q107 for their Q107 Canada Day party.
Yeah.
In the summer of '69, our Bryan Adams tribute.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yep.
And how long have you been in that band?
I've been there, it's about 3 years now.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Is that the beginning of the band, or were you...
No, I wasn't an originator. It came along partway through. You know, as many bands do, they go through machinations and permutations and whatnot, and this is the latest permutation, and dare I say the best permutation.
Yeah, cool. And where have you liked playing with these guys?
Oh, where we've done a lot of really interesting shows, a lot of festivals, a lot of Canada Days, some casino shows. Once we even opened up for Kenny Loggins in Cincinnati. That was a thrill. Yeah, that was a real thrill.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah,
that's cool. And that's not your only project.
It isn't. The other one, a bit more of a grandiose project, is Floyd Factor, which I play in. I've started it back about 10 years now. It's been about 10 years.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And well, that's interesting. And who was in the original?
Pretty well. Well, there was Chris Hume,
okay,
myself, Frank, Chloe, and yeah, those are the original members. So most only a couple new guys, which hopefully speaks to something. That type of longevity. It's a great chemistry. It's an amazing band. Right?
Yeah. Oh, great. One of my favorite tributes for sure. And what else do you do musically?
Musically?
Yeah, you recording anything on your own?
You know, I used to. For the longest time, I was doing original material and recording for about 13, 14 years. And I would say it's only in the last 10 to 15 years that I really got into the tribute thing, because, you know, you get a family and your priorities kind of shift. And so I haven't really doing any writing anymore. And I used to play a lot more with original acts when I started back in St. Catharines when I went to high school there. I played with guitar with Ron Sexsmith and with Dale Morningstar for a while. Some people may or may not know him. Dinner is Ruined. I think he has a band called that. Yeah, so just dabbling now. I'm just kind of doing these couple of these side projects. More than projects, they're more labors of love, especially the Floyd Factor.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's always been a huge passion for me. And the summer of '69, great bunch of great guys. It's great upbeat music. It's a lot of fun, and some really great guitar licks in there too. So it's always good to play those.
Yeah. And okay, other than God as an influence, who are your other guitar influences?
Guitar influence, my God. Yeah. Where do I start? Obviously, David Gilmour has been a huge influence on me. Jimi Hendrix. I would say guys like Mark Knopfler. Joe Walsh, the Eagles. Oh, I'm influenced by so many different people. You just kind of take a lot of things through osmosis. I know I'm missing something. Of course, the Jimmy Page and.
Play a Fender.
My God, yes. I've always gravitated toward Fenders by nature. Just I've always loved that sound. What else?
Any other gear things that you have something special, don't you?
I do, as a matter of fact. Well, yeah, certainly for the Pink Floyd act, for Floyd Factor, we really, all of us, myself in particular, really put a lot of effort in trying to emulate and get this David Gilmour sound as close as possible. So I really studied his gear, and I've got the high watt cabinets and the high watt heads, and I actually purchased a Binson Echo Rec, which is quite a collectible piece. It's like the holy grail of delay units now, and it was something that was a real signature part of David Gilmour's sound, and frankly, Pink Floyd sound. They use all of their delays and reverbs. They were all recorded directly into this unit. It's a big, heavy as hell unit. I remember I got it from Milan from some cousin of mine. She put me in contact with a guy who, as it turns out, used to be a tech at Binson, which is an Italian company that makes these, right? And they're made out of Milan. And so I had it delivered to me at no small expense, but and it's just a great piece of gear that sometimes I play with it, sometimes I don't. It's kind of very finicky, sensitive
Really?
You know, I mean, Gilmore doesn't even use them anymore because it required a lot of maintenance, and you had
okay.
to oil them, and they were very sensitive types of pieces of gear, right? So I take it every so often, and yeah, that's kind of my pride little toy for that band for sure.
Well, that's brilliant. And okay, so that's your gear. So tell me, you said that came from Italy.
Yes.
And you're obviously from Italy. But were you born here?
No, I'm half Italian. My father's Italian, and the other half's German. And I was actually born in Germany, in Hamburg.
Oh, were you? Oh, okay.
Hamburg, Germany. Yeah. So I'm waiting. Right. I'm a little torn with the show, with the game tomorrow. Italy and Germany. I guess on the upside, it's a win-win for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
And so, what else is going on for your bands the rest of the summer?
The rest of summer, just lots of gigs here and there all over the place. You know, we've got some casino gigs coming up. We've got some theater shows, some festival shows, you know, spattered in there, and trying to get as many as we can in before the summer is out, right? And then.
And well, tell me, do you have any funny stories from the road?
Oh God! You know who's good at fun stories is Chris Hume, man. Oh God, yeah, you got to get Chris. He's got. I mean, geez, I could go on about our trip up to Hearst it was a few years ago during the snowstorm. We were up there. We were billed with Sonic Boom, which is a Kiss tribute. We were scheduled to meet at this point on 400. On the 404. Get in this beautiful tour bus, you know, all decked out with the DVDs and the leather seats and everything. And when you know it, the snowstorm hits. We're stranded, like in this parking lot, waiting for this bus. We get calls. The bus is broken down. We end up going up to a Husky truck stop, all of us, for about 7 hours, waiting. Do we do the gig? Do we not? Make a long story short, we ended up like this in these cargo vans, cranking up to Hearst for 11-hour drive. That's called taking one for the team and giving one for the fans, right?
That's awesome.
I'll leave it with that story. There's lots of others, but.
Okay, cool. Well, that's great. Well, thanks for being on Musicians in Bars Getting Beer, Andre. It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Pleasure talking to you, Billy.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thanks.
Cheers. Time for Lazo.
Awesome.